It's Valentine's Day at Raw, but there's no love lost between Jojo and Philip. She tries to sabotage his big day on Sunday at 9:30. Now on RTE1 Shortland Street.
You either cut me in on the gig or you cancelled the gig.
Oh, what? I'll be sorry.
They could have killed you.
I wish they had by the time I finished with them.
Are you proposing to me?
Yeah, I suppose I am.
I can't marry a criminal or a dead man.
She broke down and cried. I thought, that's it, she's written me off.
Well, it could have meant that easily. When Bar cries, it either means she's very happy or very sad. I guess she's happy for us.
We're getting married.
Are you okay? Are you like this with everything? Helping each other and so on?
Of course.
And when you argue?
Oh, I put my case, Shanti puts hers, and then we do what she said.
He generally understands that I'm right.
Except when it comes to laundry. I use quarter the amount of soap powder she uses. Your daughter is obsessive-compulsive with hygiene.
You do the laundry.
In the army, you learn to fend for yourself. I cook, I clean, I can sew, enough to patch a hole anyway.
Very clever of you. But we mustn't dilly-dally. We have a wedding to organise. Your father is going to be very angry with me. How dare I give my approval?
He's never gonna let.
But too bad. There'll be a few angry words, but I'm used to that. I am sad the Giovannis will be upset with me. They have been good friends for a very long time.
But I'm so sorry.
Now stop that. You and Scotty have found true love. Never mind about me.
But I'd hate to think that...
I said stop that, didn't I? You want to get married, yes?
Yes.
Then you will. Let your father and the Giovannis say what they want.
I don't understand. I've never heard you talk like this before.
It is time for a change, Betty. Your union has my blessing. That will go ahead. No compromises and no shortcuts. This wedding will be top class.
These are two who were assaulted. Yeah, at the scene she was confused and nauseated. En route she lost consciousness. Pupils are reactive but sluggish. BP and pulse are okay.
Okay, straight through to resus. Kip, you take her, I'll be there in a sec. Put him in Cubicle 2, please. You guys need to interview him.
Urgently, I need a description of the assailants.
Okay, what do you know so far?
Well, the couple was returning home from a night out. They were attacked without warning, with baseball bats, no less.
So what, you weren't even robbed? Just attacked? Second case for us this week, third for Central so far. About time you guys are onto it.
Oh, we are now.
Okay, Ob's an X-ray, keep an eye on his breathing. I'll be in resus.
We'll need emergency tea on this one.
Cops reckon they were attacked for no reason. Weren't robbed, didn't even know the guys.
Oh, they're sick. What's going on with people?
Okay, this tuber, get us straight into CT.
So I proposed and laid my future to feet.
You proposed? Marriage?
Yeah, what did she do? She stomps all over it.
I didn't stomp all over it. I ran away from the drugs and thugs. And more drugs and thugs. I ran away before you get yourself killed and I have to swap my wedding dress for morning clothes.
I'm not going to get myself killed.
Well, I said you'd get hurt and look what happened.
Call it a business expense.
Business doesn't involve death threats. But hey, why listen to me?
Yeah, good question.
So, he proposed. Marriage. And you turned him down, obviously. Right. Wow, that must have hurt. Imagine giving yourself to someone wholly and then having them just reject you like that. God, I can't even contemplate how awful that would be, you know? It's a... Sorry, I'm just saying.
Well, I didn't exactly feel great about it, but I had to do something. I had to give him an ultimatum. It was either me or the dance parties. I had to do it.
And he's not going to stop the dance parties, is he?
No.
But you're not going to break up with him, though.
I don't know what to do.
Father.
Allow me.
Thank you.
Dr. Warner, this is my mother, Shobna Kumari.
Oh, very pleased to meet you, Mrs. Kumari.
Pleased to meet you too. May I ask what branch of medicine you practice?
I'm a surgeon.
Dr. Warner is about to head the new research unit here. He'll be training surgeons from around the world.
Including some of your compatriots?
How lovely. What a fine achievement.
Thank you. Welcome to New Zealand. I hope you enjoy your stay.
I plan to. I like a man with a full head of hair. Like your Scotty.
Oh, runs in our family too. Babu has beautiful hair.
Your father thinks he is more handsome than he is.
But you don't sound very pleased with him. I'd hate to think that my marriage to Scotty is causing troubles between you.
All couples have problems, Shanti. There's nothing for you to worry about.
But I know how stressful I've made things for you, and I never meant for that to happen. I'm truly sorry.
Life is never simple, Beatty. No matter how much you want it to be. There is always another complication just around the corner. It is not all about you.
What is it then?
Me. I'm feeling old and useless.
You're not old or useless.
Not at the moment, anyway. There is one thing I can do. Just organize a party. And this will be one to remember. Now, let's take a look at some of these.
Subdural hematoma. Bleeding around her brain. She'll need surgery to release the pressure. Well, what are her odds? Fair.
Yes, she'll live, but how much brain damage she sustains is another question. Then there's the trauma. There's no telling how long it will take to get over that.
Yeah, what kind of a psycho does something like that?
Kids trying to make it in as gang prospects, we think.
And what they prove themselves by attacking random victims.
Criming in is their term for it. The bloke gave us a description we think we recognise.
We'll let you get on then. Put him away.
Well, we'll do our best.
Sure there are plenty of other prospects queuing up, though.
Yeah, new gang in town, and they're only just warming up.
So who are they?
We're working on it.
Meanwhile, we can expect more of this kind of stuff.
Prachi is still a very silly girl.
Hello. Don't worry, the bags are all bars. I heard Prachi got married. My cousin at home.
She did. But she nearly didn't make it. Somehow the foolish girl managed to set fire to the curtains halfway through the mehndi.
Oh, no!
And the only way the girls could put it out was to throw a bowl of punch over it and a very expensive bottle of champagne. So naughty.
Mehndi, that's something to do with the wedding, isn't it?
Correct. The first day, and women only. You will be told to stay away.
The first day.
The first day is mehndi. Females only. The bride has henna designs painted on her hands and feet, and everyone eats and drinks and carries on like girls.
The best day, in my view.
The second day is the dandiya ras ceremony. Lots of eating and drinking and traditional dancing, usually all night. You'll love it.
You must pace yourself, James. Keep your strengths up and your wits about you. Because the next day is...
the lagan, the wedding proper.
Wow, 3 whole days.
4, the day after the lagan is the reception.
An all day and night affair, generally. Will you be able to keep up?
I better start training.
As long as you are certain in your heart that Shanti is the one for you, you will enjoy every moment of every day.
I'm sick.
So am I.
Good. Anyway, we must get to work on the guest list, and I have made a start already.
Wonderful. Oh, Ba, I'm so happy that you're here.
Where else would I be?
So how many guests do you think, roughly speaking?
200, perhaps.
About that.
Don't worry. Your side of the family can invite at least as many. Did I put down the Asharas?
The Asharas from Porbandar?
No, the ones in Patan. Mind you, then we'll have to invite the Lohotis.
And the Metas.
You can't be serious.
Man, they nearly killed you.
Oh, don't exaggerate. Besides, I'll beef up security for the next one.
It's too risky. Libby's right. Find another way to make money.
And let Kingy walk all over us.
It will be us next time. He won't stop at you.
The best revenge is success. So next time we'll do it right. For starters, I'll make sure we have more heavies than Kingy does. You guys will be overprotected.
Well, what about the rest of the staff? The first aid crew, our mates?
Not to mention the punters.
How do we know how many troops Kingy can round up anyway? I mean, he doesn't have to pay them, remember?
No, they're there for the love of kicking someone's teeth in.
You're like a couple of old aunties. You need to suck it up. I know what I'm doing.
Sorry, mate, but it doesn't matter how many guys you hire for security. You can't guarantee that everyone will totally be safe.
Look, a famous countryman of mine once said, "We will never, ever surrender." and I don't intend to.
It's all about you just sticking it to Kingy. It doesn't matter that people are going to get hurt, seriously hurt. Okay, you're making big bucks, but it's a big risk you're taking. Is it really worth that?
What can I do if he won't stop these horrible dance parties?
Do what you said you'd do. Dump him. If he wants to play with fire, let him get burnt, not you.
No, look, how can she dump him if she loves him and he loves her?
How can he love her if he's prepared to stuff 20 grand in her bag and put her in danger? How can he risk her being hurt by these thugs?
She does have a point. Hey, what about refusing to have, sex with him until he caves in?
Well, if Kingy beating him up and death threats didn't work, I don't think saying no to sex is going to swing it.
So that makes it simple. Dump him.
No, I can't. Gerald's right. I love him and he loves me. And even if I wanted to walk away, I couldn't.
Aww. Stand by your man.
Stand by my man.
Who or what is Pujari?
Hindu priest. Look, are you okay with all this wedding planning? I can see it's kind of freaking you out a little bit.
Let's just say my side of the church is going to be a little empty compared to yours. 20 max for me, and you'll have 200?
Well, that's only how many we'll be inviting. A lot won't be able to make it. The Pariks won't be able to afford to come over, and neither will the Chandra.
It's just, I guess I was planning on something a little more affordable.
Oh, don't worry. My family will pay for everything.
I don't think so.
No, it's tradition. I'm the eldest daughter. Believe me, they are well prepared for this financially.
Okay, that's culturally great and all, but speaking from my side, I'm paying for half.
But you don't need to, truly. They want to pay.
Call it a pride thing, but so do I. Which is why I'll need you to explain to your mother, who I like a lot already, and to your father, who scares me already, that there will need to be a budget. Is that going to be okay?
If you're sure.
I'm sure I want you to have the wedding you want.
Here's a couple who were assaulted in happier times. Did you notice either of them drinking here last night?
No, I can't say I did, sorry. Hunter, did you see either of those two in here last night?
Not that I recall, sorry.
Well, the bloke reckons they started their night here, and we were wondering if they had a minor run-in with someone, or maybe they were picked on and followed out.
I didn't notice anything.
What's your clientele like?
Oh, pretty varied, but mostly local. Doctors and nurses from Shortland Street and staff from the office block up the road.
Do you ever get any gang members?
Yeah, the odd one or two, but it's not really their scene. We certainly don't encourage them.
From what I understand, the odd one would be Kingy Tawake. You know Kingy?
Yeah, he's been in here for a drink a couple of times.
How did you come by that?
Oh, taekwondo competition. Went in thinking I was better than I was. Lesson learned, though, eh?
So there's nothing you can tell me about Tawake?
No, that's right, mate.
All right, we'll leave it there. But if there's anything you can think of that'll help us with our inquiries...
Sure.
Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
They're onto you, aren't they? About the dance parties and Kingy?
No, they're investigating an assault.
On who?
I don't know, just some couple.
The accountant.
Oh, cheers. Excuse me. Kevin, mate. Tell me it's good news for a change.
Did they ask Kieran who beat him up?
Yeah, but he said it was his taekwondo contest.
That's not what he told Craig.
Well, they're not going to compare notes.
Yeah, well, they might, and then they're going to find out all about Kingy and the dance parties.
Well, I reckon the cops believed him. Anyway, it's like he said. They're here investigating a random attack on a couple.
Joe McGann, emergency craniotomy. Pupils are equal and reactive. Recording stable. Parents are on the way up from Hamilton.
I hope they get the psychos that did this.
Yeah. We're all good, thanks.
Cheers.
I take it you and Kev are still, yeah, have you heard from Holly? Right, well, I'll just talk about something else, or nothing.
The vegetarian pasta, thank you.
Same for me, please.
I'll have the pasta as well, thanks.
Nonsense. I'm sure you were dying for a steak or something. I know you Western men.
It's fine, go ahead.
Medium rare. Cheers.
So what is this? Shanti tells me you're wanting a small wedding.
I understood Mari enjoy a big event just as much as we do.
I have a small family, and it's not so much I want a small wedding, I'd just like to pay my way. I was thinking half.
I hope you will forgive me for declining your generous offer, but we insist on paying for the whole celebration. Naveen, my husband, he will pay for it all. Because it is our custom, and also because he has put the money aside.
Well, perhaps the money could be used for other things.
No. My husband does not need any more money than he already has. The most important thing is my daughter gets the wedding she wants, and that everything is done well, according to our traditions.
Please allow me to play my part. This is my wedding too. It's important to me.
Perhaps it would be appropriate for you to contribute towards the reception. After all, I am sure your family and friends will no doubt wish to enjoy some wine and so on with their meals.
They definitely will, yeah.
The reception it is then. And I'm not just going to pay for the wine and champagne, I'll pay for the food as well.
You haggle well. Are you sure you're not part Indian?
I'm afraid not. We better get onto it straight away. Get the invitations out, see how many people are coming.
Not until we have a wedding date.
Oh, but we do. We've decided on...
No. Please, listen carefully. A wedding date cannot be chosen at random. It must be divined, thoroughly and with precision.
Divined?
I met last night with Pujari, the priest, and gave him details, and he's consulting his astrological charts, and that's how it's done.
It is very scientific, and it doesn't come cheap.
We have no say in our own wedding date.
No, but cheer up. You will be meeting Pujari tonight, and if the stars are propitious, who knows? You might just get the date and the month you want.
You know I'm totally happy with a Hindu wedding, right?
It's another reason why I love you. You're being so understanding.
Seriously? An astrologer deciding our wedding date?
It's tradition.
And back in the 12th century when they burned witches, it would have made total sense. But in the 21st century?
In its own way, it is a science. It's very technical, at least. Charts and calculations and so on.
Come on, Shanti. It's up there with homeopathy and crystal healing. You don't seriously believe it's real.
I believe in lots of things that you might find difficult to understand. It's my culture, my religion, and it's all so important to my mother.
But it's our wedding. How can we let a stranger decide when we have it? We're the ones who need to organise everything.
And we will, just on the right date. Please.
Okay. I'm prepared to listen and to let you guys talk it through, but we don't need this joker mucking us around.
He's not a joker. He's a pujari. He not only decides the date, but he performs the ceremony. If we say no to the date, why should he agree to marry us at all? Scotty, we could lose the wedding and my mother's support.
All right. Fine.
How badly injured are these kids?
Well, the guy's got a fractured nose, ribs and clavicle, extensive bruising to his face, forearm and torso, not to mention 30-odd stitches to the back of his head.
And the girl, she's out of theatre?
She's in HDU, stable but still ventilated. The subdural hematoma has been evacuated, but they're still concerned about her kidneys. She also sustained massive bruising to her face and body.
What sort of sick person does this to another human being?
Kids trying to prove themselves to get into a gang, apparently.
What gang?
Now they call themselves the Whitetails.
As in the spider?
With a nasty bite, get unlucky, and halonecrosis.
What's that?
That's when the tissue dies and you're left with a missing chunk of flesh.
One poor girl lost an arm. You know, I knew there was a bad gang problem down the way, but I thought Ferndale was a nice part of town.
Not now the Whitetails have moved in, and there are plenty of nice Ferndale boys only too willing to maim and mutilate to earn their patch.
I have to go. This young couple was nearly killed. What they did to them, it's sickening. And to a girl, all they were doing was walking home.
Down, the police will catch them and put them away.
They think that it's the Whitetails, Kingy's gang.
Maybe they can't be sure.
No, wait, they are sure. Okay? They know it is them. The Whitetails don't want you holding these dance parties, so you have to stop.
No.
If you don't, then Kingy and his psycho wannabe gang members will kill you.
Libby, stop panicking. Nobody's going to kill you.
How long is it going to take to make you understand?
I understand perfectly, and I told you I'm dealing with it. Next time, there'll be that many people on security.
No, there'll be more and more Whitetails. If they are going to beat innocent strangers half to death, what are they going to do to someone who crosses them? So long as you're putting up the stupid fight...
Because somebody has to. If we don't stand up to them, then they'll win, and then what? We'll all be made to pay protection money or driven out of business.
This is a business. The dance parties are an illegal game that will see you in jail or dead. Dance parties equals drugs. Drugs equals gangs equals violence.
Libby, I am telling you, the police will catch them.
Before or after they get you. Kieran, you are running underground dance parties. The police can't protect you.
Then I'll do it myself. Trust me, next time I'll be prepared. Because I'm not giving in to these creeps.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Kimcho.
Acha! Tame Gujarati bolo cho?
No, I'm sorry. I still have trouble with basic greetings and with apologizing for my terrible accent.
There is no need. It is very good you make an effort. So, where are the bride and the bridegroom to be?
My daughter Shanti. And this is James Scott, my prospective son-in-law.
I see.
Please, have a seat. I've prepared some food if you're hungry.
Thank you.
We are very grateful. You could do the calculations so quickly.
Normally it can take days.
I'm not familiar with your work, but I understand it's very technical.
Extremely. Mrs. Kumari provided me with almost all the details I needed. And I have done nothing since other than make the calculations.
Please, have some food.
Tea?
No, thank you. Water is sufficient.
The young people are hoping for a date only a few weeks away. But I have told them it could be longer. They are naturally very eager to begin their married lives. But still, if they must wait a few months, so be it. All the more time for me to prepare a sumptuous wedding for our friends and family to enjoy and celebrate.
I think it's best I tell you straight away. There are some problems. Shanti is Rishabh, Taurus in the Western system. On the other hand, you are Leo, Sim in our Vedic system.
Not ideal, of course. But surely there are many positive factors?
No, none at all. I have applied all the tests. Ganakutta, Deenakutta, Yonikutta, Raiju and many more.
How bad is it?
Prince Charles and Princess Diana bad. I'm afraid I cannot give the date, for there will be no wedding. What? You're not suited. Your marriage will wither and die, causing you and your family much grief. It is with a heavy heart I say, you cannot and must not get married.
Well, there's a touch of magic in the Daily Show studio this afternoon as one of the stars of the television show Merlin drops in for a chat with Claire and Thahi at 10 to 5.